Hello everyone, I'm Anika Rai and welcome to yet another episode of Connected Series, a venture by Frames Alumni Association. Today we have with us Mrs. Rati Gopalakrishnan. Welcome, ma'am. So before moving on to the interview, let me give a short introduction on our great guest speaker for today. Completed her engineering in electronics and telecommunication from FC Raiti in 1998. She worked as an IT manager in Saraswat Cooperation Bank and as a project manager in Saraswat Infotech Limited. She further worked as a technical solution architect at IBM. She is currently serving as the Assistant Vice President in SME Strategy and Architecture at Reliance Industries Limited, where she previously worked as a General Manager. My first question would be, what programming languages do you think are necessary for a student to know while hiring them?
Okay, yeah, thanks Anika for the good introduction. I would add one more into it. Like the very first job that I did was in NK Telecommunications, that was into a hardware engineer shop. So that was entirely on the telephones and EPBX systems. So that's something that's even missed out in my resume, so no worries. Coming to your question about what programming languages. What I know about now is students are being taught Java, C++, Python and all. Even 12th standard kids, Java starts from 10th as of now. And that's being progressed all over. So yes, even in the industry level also, the base remains the same. The base of Java, Python and all remains the same. But it's all about what add-ons you can do. SQL is another one thing, that's databases. But in the current digital revolution that is, that's coming up now, there are plethora of programming languages in the name of open source software that is coming up. So it's not possible that all of this will be taught in the, as part of your curriculum. So it's part of how you get used to it and how you can learn as part of during a spare time or anything. Otherwise, it's something that you can organically learn. So learning is something that is very necessary as of now. But yes, Java, Python, HTML, SQL, all of this remains your base. That's just the programming language. That apart, there are a lot of operating systems. Everybody is into IT now. Everybody needs to have a laptop now. You need to know the basics of Windows. You need to know the basics of Linux. Minimum of that is must as of now. So yes, if that answers your question.
Moving on to the next question. So you went from EXTC to Alpha field to IT field. So what was the skill set that was required for you to upgrade for this changeover to an IT stream?
Okay, that was kind of an organic moment because I never felt that I've switched from EXTC to IT. I would right away say that IT is something as a necessary for every discipline. IT is what? Information technology. It's how you process your information and how you kind of make use of the information that you have to think about creating some other set of data points. Now, if you say, okay, something that is core to EXTC is networking and something that is core to EXTC is telecommunications, right? So yes, so my first job was into in as a telecommunication in the telecommunication industry itself, but that was more of a hardware kind of a thing. And see, generally I had an interest in knowing the backend, more of backend rather than applications. I was very interested. Even our project that we did for our engineering, that was like a hardware and software kind of a project. It wasn't an entirely software project. But somewhere down the line, I had that interest in me to get into not knowing the front end. Okay, front end is there, wo to sab kuch dikhta hai, but what happens behind the scenes? I was more interested to understand what happens behind the scenes. So gradually, when I was doing my first job, and I worked on Oracle, I worked on as a database, and enhanced my SQL skills, because SQL was not taught to us as part of our curriculum at that point of time. And that's how I switched into being an Oracle database administrator. That's how I moved into the bank, because when we passed out, there was a revolution or a transformation. I'll call it as a every decade there's a transformation there. So it's not that everything just goes smooth. There's a transformation every time that happens. So financial institutions were moving from a black and white era into a color era. That means they were moving out from their earlier Fortran Pascal kind of a environment into a Windows-based, into a GUI-based environment, where there were a lot of opportunity in that direction.
Ma'am, what are the qualities beyond domain knowledge does an organization look for in a fresher?
Self-learning, what he has done apart from the curriculum. That's one thing that we look. I take interviews, and yes, that's one thing that I look out for people. Okay, Java hai, Python hai. What else have you done? What kind of projects you have done? Have you done the usual HTML kind of projects, or have you done some kind of? This is my personal opinion. I look for such qualities. Any kind of environment sustainability projects, which is now required for the current generation that is coming up. What other security kind of projects? Because of this digital revolution, a lot of security opportunities come up. How many people are interested in that? Okay, and apart from studying and apart from the usual project stuff, what additional you have done? What other interests you have in life? Somewhere you need to have recreation too. So how are you going to maintain that balance? You cannot just be a nerd or a geek. You need to have some kind of non-work or non-study kind of interest in life. So the ability to learn, self-learn, be a self-starter, have some kind of good positive attitude towards life. Okay, because negativities, there's a lot of negativities. If you start focusing in negativities, you will forget the positive energy. So you need to forget about negatives. You need to focus on the positive aspects of things that are seen. There may be 10 negative elements and there may be only 5 positive elements. But rather wasting your energy on the 10 negative elements, just focus on the 5 positive things that are there. So that should be a habit.
So could you tell us some of the biggest challenges you have faced in your professional life?
It was Mumbai floods, 2005, 2006, and the entire data center. Everyone had to switch off their data centers. When you switch off the data centers, no one gets any application, no one can withdraw anything, no one can do anything. It's all shut down. And then when you try to revive the systems don't come up. And it's not 1 or 2 setups. It's a huge setup of 50 plus or 100 plus servers. And since I was residing in Vashi, I was the only person in Vashi, and I had to get that done. Although I wasn't at that point of time enabled to do that task, but it's something that you take it up on yourself, and then you go ahead and you kind of, okay, fine. Once you start doing it, then there are strength of people who will come and support you.
What message would you give to the students of FCL IT, ma'am?
Oh, be happy, enjoy your life. Okay, there's good amount for you, and there's good amount of opportunities running across. Especially in this, as I said, there's a transformation happening every decade. So the current transformation is a huge revolution. We call it as the industry revolution 4.0. Now, why it is 4.0? Because earlier it used to be all manual things. Then it was to be only electrical. Power aa gaya hai, chalo. Then it is only mechanical, some gears and some motors, and then okay, fine, you have something automated, some cars are made, something are made, etc., etc. Then it's like electronics. You have servers, you have storages. Earlier you used to have just GBs of data. Today you work in petabytes and even petabytes about data. Actually, that's how the things have spanned across in the last 20 years. Now it's like all of these things together. That is what you're calling as a digital revolution. You have electrical, you have to make all those things work, plus mechanical, plus electronics, and all of them coming into IT, coming into creating an automation about all these aspects coming together. So every discipline is having a lot of aspects of thinking. You think and you can put it as an idea. There's so much of scope for entrepreneurs now. You just think about an idea, and even a small thing, even a mixie motor, if you try to put it as something else and running it for a small event, and you connect it to your PC, that becomes an idea. You can start selling it. So that's how the current digital revolution or the industry revolution is happening. So there's lots and lots of opportunities. So yes, just be happy, keep learning, have the mentality to have a nice, positive attitude in life, and just don't study or just don't work. Have something else beyond that. So, yes, be inspired and please inspire others also. So, that's the only message I've got to give to everyone. Right?
So with that, we come to an end of this wonderful session. I would like to thank you for spending your valuable time and enlightening us with the information. Thank you, ma'am.